Hey traders from around the world, it's Jeremy Alexander Newsom with Real Life Trading, and it is indeed Wednesday, December the 23rd, and I hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. Let's check out the markets. Figured I would do you a live during the market analysis. Haven't done one of those in a little while for you, so again, keep in mind everything is subject to change due to volatility. I'm going to show you guys a really quick idea, if you will, that I posted for SPY on TradingView. If you follow us on TradingView, I think it's pretty beneficial. But anyway, welcome to the chop for 2016. That is the title of it. And really, just the notes that I was writing was earlier in the morning yesterday. It was specifically saying if we close above the 1218 candle. So the 1218 candle is that big black candle from the Friday in the past. And if we close above that candle, so I'll hop back over here. Here's the black candle that occurred on 12/18, December 18th. That was a Friday. And simply mention, if we close above that candle, I mean, that's going to be really, really important, because that, to a lot of traders out there, was their bearish confirmation. I got all the emails. I'm sure you guys got all the emails. I got the tweets and Facebooks and LinkedIn's. It was like, oh, we're going down. This is a triple top. That's the close. And I was like, yeah. I mean, you guys know. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Potentially, it's a pretty strong candle. Volume increase. It is a retest gap, though, right? So black candle gapped down. That's exactly what we wrote down here. That there's a very good chance that we retest, but there was a chance of a bear trap over the holidays. And I think that that happened. And a lot of people went bearish on Friday, and a lot of people got trapped Monday and Tuesday, and also today. So really, at this particular point in time, the reason I posted this welcome to the chop is because that's what I think is going to happen really probably through February, maybe even March, is if we get something like this. Probably that almost exactly. It's going to be wild. Swing trades are going to be, especially on general market indexes or ETFs, just grow some abs of steel, because that's exactly what it's going to take to hold through some of these violent, weird, and strange swing, sideways, chop, gap fest that we're approaching for the first quarter of 2016. So it's going to take a while for us to break any highs. Again, really, a lot of people aren't going to be bullish until we break out of here, which at that point I think will be a little bit too late, because at that level I fully anticipate a failed all-time high breakout, just like we got here and here. So what I mean by that is we break out the all-time high, and then we immediately pull back within that week and just chop around again. So if you're looking to go bullish, any kind of pullbacks, right? Buy the dips, buy the bounces. That's what we've been all about at Real Life Trading. Buy the bounces, buy the dips. Those have been beneficial and have been working out well. So just keep that in mind on the SPY and the general markets, if you will. Let's talk about some individual stocks. Let's hop over here to Apple. And Apple today is bouncing a little bit at least. So drew in the potential flag pattern on Apple the last 2 days. And last time we looked at this, which was on Monday, mentioned a potential hourly double bottom, and that is exactly what's playing out. So again, here's a little double bottom pattern at the hourly support, and had a good break out of this range early this morning, right around 8:30, 8:35. Some nice 5-minute candles came in and kind of broke out of that. So we're about to come up to the 50 exponential moving average on the hourly, which we haven't hit in a while. So I kind of anticipate something like this potentially on Apple, as long as we don't break 105. We got close, guys. I mean, the low was 105.57, so that's pretty close. I still think that this is a great place to buy some Apple, though. 105.90, really, really strong support. Notice back over here in the same time frame last year, right? December, January of 2015, we were at the 106 level, and we got this little kind of triple bottom looking thing that we got back over here. That could happen again. So it's just something to keep in mind. The Iron Condor is still looking fresh. Got a long time before that expires. Got a long time before earnings, but as long as Apple can stay above 105 before earnings, I'll be happy. And of course, as long as it can stay above 105 by the January expiration, I'll also be happy, because that Iron Condor was looking a little frothy not too long ago, but now it's looking much better. Let's check out Amazon. Ticker symbol AMZN. Got a longer term put sale on Amazon, $5.90 for January. Right now it has decreased about 50%. So probably going to try to buy that back sometime next week if I'm able. I do think Amazon will likely trade up in this general area, chop around, very similar to how it did here and here. So Brian Bodie and Bhavani got into a 710, 715 bear call spread expiring the 8th on January. So that one should be okay, right? 710, 715 is up here. If Amazon can pull into the 50 and then bounce again, it'll probably trade into this little triangle-esque phase, and then again, some point likely break out bullish. But again, this put sale should expire worthless at some point soon. Tesla, not doing too much today on Tesla. Tesla's just kind of trading sideways. Did buy to close this put sale back. This was the 195 put sale, January week 1. So if you're in that, consider buying that one back, because really, if you sold that for 285, the premium has almost vanished entirely. Really big news. I want to share with you guys something super cool. We got over 600 likes on our Real Life Trading Facebook page. Just want to say thank you so much for that. That was 600 was a pretty big goal that we had for 2015, and we were about 20 away as of yesterday. So I was like, you know what? I have all of this spare time. I'm going to reach out to people and see if they'll like my page. So we got over 600 likes. That's a really big deal. Again, guys, just thanks so much for supporting Real Life Trading. I know it's the small things in life that make me happy. Really, it's everything in life makes me happy, but that's just kind of a cool thing. So I just want to say thank you for that. If you haven't liked it, feel free to. I'd love to hit 1,000 likes in 2016. I think that would be stupendous. But again, just a little bit of a shout out from there. I appreciate all the traders who liked our Facebook page. Let's look at a few other trades and stocks really quick. PayPal. This one was by request from Bob, and PayPal still kind of, and again, just moving, grinding, chopping sideways. Here's an interesting trend line that we got from this resistance, this high, and this high. And you can see that we are battling that today. Lower volume, but that is expected since the rest of the week is going to be very, very light volume. Markets actually closed early tomorrow and closed entirely on Friday. So this will be the last stock review that you guys get from me this week. PayPal, still in a little bit of a triangle-esque sideways consolidation phase. I do think it's going to break out at some point, and I would think that it would break out bullish, but I don't think it's going to break out yet. There's a lot of nice candles down here, some pretty good volume spikes that are coming up. And Bob, if you're interested, you could consider maybe some put sales, 34, 33, potentially own some shares as it trades sideways. But give it a little bit of time. I guess really a breakout that I would like to see would be some type of nice gap on the hourly chart. So here's the hourly. And let's just say hypothetically, it gaps up here tomorrow morning, right? 37. So it traps all of the bearish traders on this hourly chart. I think that'd be a really good place to go long. Kind of looks like a wave count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anyway. So if you're a little bit more bullish than bearish on PayPal, makes sense. I am as well. And I think at some point it could break out. Just don't have an exact setup for it yet, but I will be watching the gaps on the hourly chart. Here's KMI, ticker symbol KMI for Kinder Morgan. My boy, Ken Botnet Jr. got into himself some put sales. He got some expiring this Friday. He got the 15 put sale expiring this Friday. And also he got the 1450 expiring next Friday. So 15 was right here and 1450 was right here. He does not did not mind owning shares of Kinder Morgan. I don't think he's going to get put the 15 for this Friday. 1450, there's still a chance, but really at this point, a lot of volume coming in. This little lower low is going to trap a lot of overzealous bears who hopped in. Probably a little bit of a retest. Again, I think energies have one more low just to freak out everyone, all the bears, and then at that point we'll start an accumulation phase. It'll be interesting to see if that's exactly how it plays out, but right now in Kinder Morgan, I need to see some type of gap or something nice to go slightly bullish, but I'm really very, very cautious on it just because it's really, I mean, this support that broke on Kinder Morgan, very strong support. Amazing candles came in. You are getting maybe a little bit of a divergence right there. So if we check RSI, probably some short-term bullish divergence. Let me pull up RSI really quick. This divergence could just lead to some sideways momentum or maybe a little bit of bullish momentum, but yep, we do have that divergence, as you guys can see. So I'll be slightly bullish on Kinder Morgan. Maybe it can make its way back up to $19, which is $3. I mean, it's a pretty solid move. So I'd keep an eye on at least a bullish to sideways short-term play on Kinder Morgan. Longer term, and by longer term I mean the next few months, I expect maybe a little bit of a rotation lower just to trap all the bulls who are getting on now, and then that accumulation phase does begin. Last but not least for today, let's check out Nike. Nike, oh my goodness. I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, if you got a chance to check out the Benzinga pre-morning market prep show, I did have the opportunity and privilege to be on there and interview with Dennis and Spencer. They were asking, a lot of traders were asking what my thoughts were on Nike. And really, and this is kind of surprising, but I haven't gotten as many requests on any other stock as I got on Nike today. Even previous Apple, Facebook apps, I mean, Nike was the talk of the town for the first, I don't know, hour and a half before market open today. And it just feels good that this analysis was spot on. So guys, you absolutely rocked it. Great job. Let's talk about this Nike gap, and let's talk about how we would have known to not buy this gap on Nike. First guess / clue is it's at an all-time high. 2015 and probably 2016 will continue to be absolutely horrendous all-time high breakout opportunities. So many all-time high breakouts have failed so many times on so many stocks all across the board. I'm just not playing them at all right now, and probably won't for a while. If you do get an all-time high breakout, buy the retest, right? Here's the most recent all-time high breakout, which I also thought would cause Nike to pull back just a little bit. And it did, all right? It did have some good pullback opportunities. There's a pullback, and this is the ultimate pullback that I was more or less expecting from that gap. But today, you gapped up to an all-time high, number one. Number two, you had a really nice little white candle yesterday. Check out that white candle. I'll zoom in here for just a little bit. It was a good hammer candle. Obviously not in the perfect location, but the high and the close were the exact same. So it was a shaved top candle, which says to me that people were rushing in towards the end of the day to buy Nike because they thought that it was going to gap up. So anyone who bought yesterday, and really specifically the last 2 weeks, when you got this little double bottom down here, they were profitable. Stock gapped up. A lot of people know that Nike is going to have a 2-for-1 split, which I believe happens tomorrow. So just keep that in mind, that Nike is splitting. And I think that factoring into it was a bullish retest gap, right? White candle gapping up. Bullish retest gap, gapping to an all-time high. People are profitable on Nike as the last 2 weeks. They know a split's coming up, so they want to exit their shares now. And the end of the year selling for tax purposes was a guaranteed selling to me. In fact, I know it says, wow, Jeremy, guaranteed, but that is what I said on the market show this morning. I said there's a guarantee that we're going to get at least 5 to 30 minutes of selling this morning. I didn't necessarily anticipate a candle this large. I thought it'd be more like boom to boom, nice 3-4 points, and then maybe kind of a little bounce from there. But anyway, Nike still in a consolidation pattern of sorts. It could bounce from this area. I kind of expect it to, but I'm going to give Nike about a week or so after the split, and then likely look to go long because the stock is just so bullish, it's hard not to. So it'll be interesting to see. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much again for this. For watching the Real Life Stock Review. I really do appreciate it. Your emails have been overwhelmingly exciting. I appreciate it. We're continuing to grow. We're continuing to enrich lives. That is our mission. That is our objective. That is our goal. We're making that happen, and we're making it happen all because of you guys. Just your overall energy towards the end of the year has been ridiculously fantastic, and I love it. I'm enthusiastic. Hope you're enthusiastic about 2016. I'll see you there, and I'll be back next week for another Real Life Stock Review. If you have any stocks you want me to check out, feel free to post them on our Facebook page or message me on Twitter. Whatever your juice, feel free to drink it. I'll see you guys next week. Have a happy holiday season. And until next time, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See you.